Thank you for coming by to Ape This Bull. I'm going to talk about what everybody else is talking about: GameStop, silver, and a few other cryptos and a few other stocks. The problem that I see with the Wall Street bets and GameStop is that they're holding on. I don't know if they want to hold on forever and never ever sell, but I think that their goal has been met. The options expired Friday that the hedge funds needed to exercise and get out of, and at a price that would be favorable to them, and it wasn't favorable to them, so they ended up losing billions, and they couldn't. Well, they did cover their shorts, but they covered their shorts at a high loss, and they ended up losing billions of dollars. So they lost their money. So now, why is it so important that the Wall Street bets continue to hang on to this stock? Because they're eventually going to lose their shirts. GameStop is not. They're not making a whole lot of money, and everything is going to return back to fundamentals. And the fundamental says the earnings report, it's not all that great. And when you don't have a company that's operating financially, has stability, and they're slowly losing money or even rapidly losing money, eventually that price is going to reflect, and nobody's going to want to buy it for $300 a share. I think they should just take their money and go hit up some other stock or metals or whatever. But I think they would have made their point a lot more clearer if they all went into GameStop rather than some people going to the movie theaters, Nokia, and Bed and Bath Beyond. I think if they just all pulled in to that one stock, blow it up to $2,000 a share, I think the hedge funds would have lost, 5 times as much as they lost. They would have made them so poor and broke that they would have lost probably 30 billion rather than just, they would have lost a lot more. It's over. It's done. It wasn't totally organized, but now I think their numbers, they're up to 8.1 million followers on Reddit. So if they get their organization together, get the money out, because now these people who are sitting in at $300, they got in at $300 a share, and now it's sitting at $225. They're already losing money. So what's the point? Why stay in? Get your money out. Go do what they've been talking about. Physical silver. I myself am doing the PSLV and the SLV and the physical silver and silver mining stocks. Now, the reason why I diversified out that way is because I want my silver for long term. I want to be able to use it 5, 10, 15 years from now. But also, I want to play the mining and the silver SLV and the options and blah, 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 so that, a quick buck will help pay off that car loan. But right now, as you can see, right here, things are going down. I don't think this stock is going to stay up. The money is coming out. Mutual funds, I'm pretty sure the vast majority of the mutual funds who were holding, and the hedge funds themselves, who were holding GameStop, decided, hey, this is we're going to take our money too. We made our profit. We're going to get out, because they have a fiduciary responsibility to make their depositors, people who buy into these mutual funds to make money. And they said, well, we made our money. And I think the people who are members of this mutual fund are going to be happy with our decision to get out. So if we go to the weekly chart of GameStop, you can see close over here. My laptop is burning up. You can see right here, money flow is starting to come out. We've hit a high. That's 90. Look at over here, right over here. Look at that number. What does it say? It says 98.71. That is pretty high of money inflow. What do you think is going to happen next? Money's going to come out. What happens when money comes out? Price drops. Stochastics right there, turning over. It's coming down. It's not going to stay up forever. You know, if you have bad earnings report, quarter after quarter, your price is going to go down. No one's going to want it for $300. They did it to prove a point. Okay, let's move on. First, Majestic Silver, ticker symbol AG. And that was one of the stocks that was being thrown around on the Reddit, Wall Street Bets. So they pushed it up for 3 days, and now it's going to start coming down. This is a daily chart. So we're at a top. Money flow is getting close to a top. I don't know how many more days that this can continue to go up. You know, it looks like it might go up another day or two. I think it's going to fizzle out. This is the weekly chart. I think it's going to come back down to where it started out at because these guys are not well organized, and they're not. See, they all put their money in at once. If they would just put their money in a little bit every day to push the price up, it would have stability. But once they go all in all at once, it's not going to stay there because other people are going to get out. And so like Dogecoin, they pushed it up. Now it's coming down. They pushed up Doge. Now it's coming down. I was going to get that one later. Let's go to the silver stock. Silver. So silver is reaching at a high. This is a daily chart silver. It's starting to come down. I believe that these things will skyrocket later on, like later on this year, later on next year. But as of right now, I don't think these are going to take off and stay in the stratosphere for a long time because they are not organized. They diluted their money. They went into different stocks. They need to go into one place all at once, be organized rather than going all over the place. So another stock that they were talking about was the Sprott. It didn't get mentioned a whole lot, but it still got pushed. As you can see, the money flow is reaching the top. It still has a chance and odds of going up a couple of more days, but I think all these things are going to come back down to normal. The best thing to do is to just go out and get your physical silver. Get your physical silver and never sell it. I would hang on to it for at least 5 years. I wouldn't even wouldn't even bother selling it for another 5 years, because the banks and the hedge funds, they all need physical silver to close out their positions, to settle their contracts on the trading floors and trading firms. They need physical silver to close out their positions, and if we hoard the physical silver, that means they have to settle at higher prices at a loss. So let's go over to some cryptos here. Bitcoin. Now, I said if it breaks out of this triangle, that's the direction it's going to go. Yes, it poked out, but it's not completely out. It's not a perfect triangle, it's not scientific, but it's good enough for me. It's just hanging around. It's, you're still touching that triangle, and I think it's gonna, let's go down to the weekly. Looks like it might pop back up. Looks like it's starting to cross over here. Right here. Possible it could go up a day. Wait and see. There's no rush. Whoops. There's no rush. You're not. It's not like you're gonna miss the boat if you miss it by a couple bucks. So I would not do anything just yet. Here's a loser. Dash. It wasn't moving with all the other cryptos. Oh, that's right. Let's go to Ripple. That's the one. That's the one that they pushed up. Look at that. They pushed it up. The name got tossed around in the Reddit files. It got tossed. And here it's coming back down. They're all coming back down. Doji. Now, that was heavily mentioned on the Reddit forum, and it's coming down. It's like the volume. I think they were just doing it for fun, not serious. But all these things that because they're not organized. They don't have a game plan. Go in all at once at a certain price, and then come out at a certain price. But these guys are coming out whenever they feel like it. Whenever they make that money. Okay. Crypto Forever 8. He left a comment down below, and he wanted to know what DOT was going to do. And I think DOT, look at 18-day moving average line. So we're going to put our line, we're going to line it up here. And the high of that day was 16.5599. And the 18-day moving average line is 16.76. So yes, it is completely below the 18-day moving average line. So let's go down to day number 2, which is a down day. The high of the day was 16.63. And the 18-day moving average line is 16. So that's 2 days below the 18-day moving average line. If tomorrow takes out this first day here, then it's going to continue to go down. Yeah, see, we're at a high. We are at a high, and it's just the money flow is high, stochastics are high, and it's just turning over. It's just going to start coming back down. So if you can short it, that's what I would do. Link is above the 18-day moving average, but yet the money is coming out. We are at a high for our money flow and our stochastics. So I think Link is also either going to stabilize or going to start coming down. So I would wait for it to go below the 18-day moving average line before I'd start shorting it. And my favorites, we're going to go over to my favorites now. Oh, the SLV. Let's talk about the SLV. And I did get into that Friday. I got in that Friday. I'm pretty sure it has potential to go up some more, being that we do have our money flow coming up. Stochastics, it might be some slowing down on our stochastics as the blue line is starting to level out. That would give the opportunity for the red line to catch up. So when that happens, things are going to slow down. Leave a comment in the section below if you want me to cover your coin or your stock. EOS, this is, for me, this is a long-term hold. And it looks like it's going to come down. We're reaching the top here. Look at that. 94.13 is the money flow. Let's go over to the daytime. And the highest part of the money flow was 97.82 Friday, I believe. Let's see. Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. That was the high, and it's been going down since. And I think this is just I don't think it's going to go up any more than this, because there's still chastics coming down, money flow. But for some reason, the money flow is going back in. I don't know if they're... I can't imagine that these guys are going to keep this price up, because it's unless the theater chains start opening up, where they can start making more money, fundamentals are going to take over, and eventually everything will be priced according to how well the theater chain is doing. You can't keep, like I said, you can't keep GameStop up at $300 a share if the earnings report is not all that great. If these leaders of the Wall Street bets, if they can get together and organize and pool their money and their time, their price targets, all that stuff, then they can take out anybody. They can take out anybody, anything, anytime. And during that time, right now, I would just go out and just get whatever silver you can, because by the end of the year, December, silver is going to be blown up. So that's what I have for this time around. Make a comment in the section below as to what you want me to cover, and I will cover it. And thank you very much.